All right, I'm Nick. We're gonna have a little bit of background noise because the bridge and the road, but I wanted to show you guys these things float and show you how they work in the kayaks real quick, right? So here you go. It floats. Check that out. There it is. It's going away. Doesn't matter what you do, it is going to float. That was probably the biggest concern. There's some people who say there's no way it floated. It floats. Why on earth would you make a product that goes in the drive hole, not refine it and figure out a way to make it float? Obviously the Predator one floats as well, and so on. Doesn't matter how big it is, it'll still float. Has a seal on the bottom, has the pad eye right there for easy removal. I'll get these kayaks unloaded one at a time, put it in the water, pedal around for a few seconds, show you guys it in action, insert it. Should be able to slide underneath your seat, store it wherever you want to store it. We did put that pad eye in there so you could leash it. That's more along the lines of you don't drop it at the boat ramp or falls out of the kayak, you know, just security. And the pad eye is what allows you to remove it from the drive hole. Now, had some questions about making it for the salty PDL. We'll make it for that too. I need to verify some dimensions on this drive and the salty PDL drive. It has to be really, really close, right? So if you have a salty PDL, shoot me an email, or there's one down the road somewhere here in the local town. I'll find it and I'll do some templates for it and we'll make it happen, okay? White and black material, right? The white material is available immediately because I can source it locally. The black material, we already ordered a ton of it, right? Like 5K on plastic, right? So I know we're gonna sell a ton of them. I got to get it in stock. It's ordered. I do not have a delivery date yet. Like I said yesterday online, it's going to be first come, first serve, right? If you put your pre-order in for black, I'm going to get them out to you as quickly as possible. There's already at least 10 or so in there from last night. So if you want to order it, get to it. All right, we just launched the Predator. We're in the water. Same layout, same kayak as the Big Water Sportsman 132 PDL. Obviously we're just pedaling around. No water gets in like this, so the goal was to make it so no water could get in with the inserts. That's why the seal is there. Try to do this all semi one-handed. Oops. Not the most organized setup right now, but what happens when you have a GoPro in your hand? That'll go in place, locks in, you're good to go. Obviously everybody has a little bit of a variation in the shape of their kayak, so we had to give a little bit of gap here just to make it easy and good to go. This is the prototype, so that's not centered. Obviously that will be centered on the production models, all that good stuff. And then when you're ready to remove it, you just unlatch it, put your finger in there, pull it out, and you can go back to pedaling. You could use it without the pedals as well. One of the differences between this kayak and the topwater is there's no lock on the front, right? There's no locking mechanism on the front, as you'll see in the rest of the video when we show you the topwater. There's no locking thing down there. Now obviously it's still gonna sit there. I don't see a potential for much water coming in. One thing about the Predator and the 132 being so long is they disperse the length of the kayak, the surface area disperses the weight and how the water comes through. I saw some guys mention things like where the 106 MK lets water come through the plug area. That's because it's so short and you're sitting on the front of it. This kayak sits higher in the water, and I'll go into details about that in a different video about performance. It's been on my mind lately. A lot of things, a lot of I don't know, incomplete thoughts about it. A lot of incorrect information, right? So things like if you slide the seat forward, it changes how the kayak sits in the water. Okay, that stuff's important. So let's get back over to the ramp, and then I'll show you the topwater version, and that also will work for the Sportsman 120 and 106 PDL. So now we are in the 106 PDL. This is my buddy Chris's. He was nice enough to let me borrow it, come out here and make the template with it and then do the video. That's a small little kayak, right? It like turns around on itself. So the insert, nothing to it, same thing. Pretty stiff. Let's see here. Oop, fail. This stuff is challenging to video with one hand, man. I'll tell you that. That goes down like that. You're good to go. Obviously it floats. Same thing here. Pad eye. Nothing to it. Very, very simple. This one has that front locking mechanism. You guys can see it right there, which means it locks in place even better than the Predator, the big water version. That's hard to beat. That's pretty nice. Obviously they designed this kayak a little bit different than the Predator when they released it. That's that. Really nothing to it, guys. Very, very simple. Has the gasket on it. There's no water coming through there or anything. Just stand up. Remember, I talked about this 106. Yeah, the water's coming to the scupper holes too. That's part of this kayak being short. Me being so far forward and it changing the performance of the kayak. It's one of the reasons that I would never use a kayak this small to fish from, personally. We need to go into some details about that at another time. Overall, it works great, it fits great. It's gonna serve you guys wonderful. I know a lot of people use it in small rivers or really, really grassy lakes, stuff like that. I do know I rambled a bunch in the beginning of the video, some other stuff like that. We will go over this stuff in more detail. I just wanted to get the initial information out to you. Obviously, white is ready to produce and ship. Black is not. We've been over that a few times. If you have questions, leave it in the comment section. I will get back to all of the questions somehow, some way, or you can email me at nick@navarrekayakfishing.com. So that's that. Nothing to it. Drive insert, floats, has a seal, and comes with a pad eye. Got any questions? I look forward to hearing them. Have a good day.